and welcome to Around the Planet for the month of April. Can't believe it's April. I'm super excited to introduce and interview Jack Montiel. So thank you, Jack.
Hey guys.
So appreciate you coming in and sharing a little bit of your life with us. Why don't you tell us what your current job is right now?
Absolutely. So currently I am one of the sales managers over here at Planet Hyundai.
Doing a great job.
Thank you.
How long have you been in that position?
Almost 6 months.
Okay.
So still fairly new.
Tell us what you did before that.
Okay, so before that I started off in sales. Started off when we were when the dealership was still being remodeled and rebuilt. So started off in the trailers. Which was a little bit of a weird transition.
It is. To live through that is a great accomplishment. You guys did a great job.
Absolutely.
How long were you in sales before you interviewed and were promoted?
Year and a half.
Year and a half, which is awesome.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job. So what brought you to the car business?
Well, I've always loved. I'm a big car guy, number one.
Okay.
But number two is I did a lot of maintenance at a lot of car dealerships, just like the run around kind of tasks, regular day-to-day stuff, just helping out with all the departments, right? So I just kind of got glued to it.
Yes.
And then the biggest factor was probably the sales aspect, though, which attracted me. Right. I just have been in sales since I graduated high school.
Okay.
And then I figured talking to people, being around people, and new experiences every day would be beneficial and something that I could thrive at. So
absolutely. I always say if you have a heart to serve and really want to help people, you're going to do a great job, and you have done a great job. Heard nothing but compliments from you, and it's a great accomplishment that you, after a year and a half, became a sales manager. So good job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did you, when you heard about the opening, did you hesitate before you applied, or did you just right away want to raise your hand?
I didn't hesitate for a second.
Good.
Jumped up right away.
Good.
I was super thrilled.
I love that. I always tell everybody, and I always say it every month, but you know, if you want the job, you have to raise your hand and show it, even if you think maybe you're not ready, because you're going to get great feedback. Right. So I'm glad you did, and I'm proud of you for doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
What has been the biggest transition, would you say, from salesperson into a manager?
Well, so it was, when I was promoted, it was the beginning of September, which was just a crazy month in general, right? So with that being said, I was kind of thrown into the fire, if you will, with chaos, and even my peers who have been in their position longer than I have, they were stressed out as well. So just kind of
you're like,
exactly, just kind of picking it up and learning as you go. And but I'd say that was probably the biggest struggle, not getting thrown in like let's say a month like last month, where it was a little slower pace. You can learn. It was just all hands on deck.
You're in.
Exactly.
That's awesome, though. And you have a team. Of salespeople now, because that's kind of different from being a salesperson to a manager. You have people that you're motivating as well. How's that been?
It's really cool. It's cool being able to help guide people and help people put their thoughts into play in terms of whether it's an email, a phone call, actually setting up the deal and making a deal happen. It's really cool being able to use my skill set as well as the things that I've learned over the last couple of years to be able to help benefit other people. Rather than when I was a salesperson just doing it all on my own.
Yeah, it's all on your own. Yeah. It's kind of fun to have a team.
It is really cool, yeah.
So is your leadership style, do you think your leadership style is you kind of guide from within, or what is your leadership style? Because when you're evolving that, it's kind of something you're developing right now, because obviously you've been in the business a little bit less as a manager. So to develop that skill, what have you done?
I'd say I don't have a niche leadership skill yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, to be honest. But if I did say one, I'd say it's very communicative. You know, just kind of making sure I'm aware of everything that's going on at all times, and making sure everybody can come and ask me for whatever they need, whether it's something small or large. Well,
I love watching that, people, because we all do have a natural leadership style.
Totally.
And it sounds like you like to motivate from within and help your team, and that's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I love that you are enjoying it. Now, I know you work a lot of hours. What do you do on your time off, or days off, or fun? Share anything you want with us.
So, I love skiing, snowboarding.
Oh, I didn't know you're a snowboarder.
Love snowboarding, but there hasn't been very good snow.
No, I know, I'm a skier.
So I've only gone up like 5 or 6 times.
That's what I've done,
Yep, but it's still cool to get out there. I just like the outdoors a lot. So I spend a lot of time like in the summers camping or hiking, doing whatever I can. Going on quick little hikes. I don't have motorcycles anymore, but I was big into motorcycles, so going on nice cruises on the weekends or whatever it might be. But yeah, and then
that's awesome.
Resting a lot with the long hours.
Yes, it's nice. It is kind of, you need to just renew your spirit and rest a little bit.
Totally.
Now, do you have a favorite little hike, a smaller hike that you could share with us? Or
yeah, I like going up So I like taking my Jeep up to Chin's Lake. It's a
Okay.
little off-road trail. It's right outside
I've
of,
been
like,
there.
it's right next to St. Mary's Glacier, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's called Chin's Lake?
Chin's Lake, and then there's a reservoir right next to it, Fall River Reservoir.
Huh.
So a good kind of dispersed
I
camping
didn't know
spot.
that. Drive by that 1,000 times.
Right outside
How are
Idaho
you spelling
Springs.
it? CH or SH?
CHINZ.
Okay, Chins. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a fun picture, we'd love to share a picture
I do have a fun photo, actually.
to send us.
Yeah, I slipped and fell on the rocks
Oh, no.
and hit my chin, and I had to get like 10 stitches
Are
in
you
my chin
serious?
at Chin's Lake. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
How'd you slip? Just on a rock?
On the rocks. There's like a big river with the rocks, and I slipped on the rocks.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Did you drive yourself back to get your stitches?
My buddy drove me back. I was with
Oh
a couple
my
friends. We were
God.
camping. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah. It's
Now-
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little hike. You can walk all the way around the lake, and then it's kind of like St. Mary's Glacier, where there's a little bit of a glacier, not quite
Yeah.
as much. But,
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
So
Well,
it's super
I'm glad I
close. You can get
asked
up there and spend an hour hike,
Yeah.
2-hour drive, and
Yeah.
you get outside.
Just even on the way to the mountains, and we just stop and do a little
Right.
lunch, and then
Exactly.
keep going up.
Yeah, bring the grill up some
Yeah,
food real quick,
yeah.
and call it a day.
I love that.
Yeah.
How long have you been snowboarding for?
I started skiing when I was 2.
Okay.
So my whole
wow,
life, yeah.
little guy.
Yeah.
And did you ski first?
I did.
All right.
I think it's a little easier.
Skiing is.
Yeah.
Everybody's.
to learn, like when you're.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 4, right? So,
Okay, so you had
being
a
with
kid-
my parents and having to control
Yeah.
all of us, I think being on skis is a little easier.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you skied first, and then you went to snowboarding.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, when I was 8, I started snowboarding.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably by 8, you were efficient. Very, very good skier at that point, probably. Or good
I
enough
think
to
so,
switch
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie does everything too. He switches
Yep.
back and forth, and
Yep.
so we have boarders in our family and skiers.
A little bit of everything.
And I have to say, I do razz the snowboarders just a little bit, because sometimes you see them just scraping down the snow off the mountain. They don't turn. I'm like, make some turns.
Yep.
So-
That's us.
I know it. But you love it.
Unfortunately.
Do you like
Yeah.
that? You like that better?
Yeah, I prefer it. Although I do want to get into like backcountry stuff, which
Yeah.
then I'd probably have to go to skiing.
Right.
Just due to the
Yeah.
transition.
That would be hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Makes
that-
life a little easier.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't
Yeah.
know you were the youngest of 4.
Yep.
The baby.
The baby. That's me.
Now, is everybody in Colorado still?
They are. Yep.
Oh, that's
yep. Just a
nice.
little south, like Inglewood and Littleton
Uh-huh.
area.
Oh,
Yep.
that's really
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to have your family close by.
Definitely.
Perfect.
Definitely very nice.
So, Jack, where is your favorite place to go snowboarding?
I prefer Vail in terms of a local mountain, but Canyonlands is probably my favorite.
Oh, where is that?
It's in Utah. It's right next to Park City. Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice and steep. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You're obviously very, very good at it.
Some would say.
I would say that.
There we go. Yep.
So, Jack, do you have any other hobbies that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I guess I love to cook for my family, my
Okay.
friends, and my girlfriend.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I love to cook too.
Okay.
So, what do you love to cook?
Okay, so I love to cook fish.
Oh.
Been big into fish lately.
Okay.
With like some greens. Lately, I've been making a lot of like asparagus and
Okay.
artichokes, like
Okay.
artichokes and things like that.
Yum.
But salmon, cod, and I've been getting into swordfish a little bit, which is a
Okay.
little tougher to cook.
It is.
Yep.
It's a lot more meaty. Okay, so tell me your favorite recipe for salmon.
Okay, my favorite recipe for salmon is probably an oven baked, like honey glazed salmon. You air fry it for about 10 minutes to get a nice crisp, and then you have some Brussels sprouts and some artichokes
Nice.
with some like lemon butter.
So do you bake it first, or just? I don't have an air fryer, and I really want
Yeah.
one. So how do you do that?
So you put it in the you could put it in a cast iron pan,
Okay.
really hot. Skin down first.
Okay, yep.
And then you flip it,
Yep.
a minute and a half on each side.
Okay.
Throw it in the oven for about 7-8 minutes.
And
then you
then
air fry it on
then you
high
air
just to get
fry
the
it.
top really crispy.
Wow.
And it kind of what do you
Ooh.
call it? It
Sounds-
when like sugar melts
Like
and
crystallizes.
It caramelizes. That's what I'm looking
Oh,
for.
it sounds
Yep.
delicious.
Very delicious.
And is it just honey? I have one that's like honey mustard mixed together.
No, it's just the honey.
Ah,
Just honey and lemon.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yep, super good. Steak's really good, but yeah, I'd say my girlfriend really likes fish, and so I cook
Yeah.
for her almost every night. So
Oh.
could cook a lot of fish.
That's awesome. I
Yep.
love that you cook so much.
Yeah.
Okay, send us some pictures.
There we go.
Love it. If I'm a salesperson, what would you tell me I need to work on in order to be a sales manager? Because that's what I really want to do.
Yep.
What advice would you give me?
I would say do the right thing when people aren't looking, because at the end of the day, you pretty much have so many eyes on you at all times.
Right.
Do the little things right in terms of whatever it might be. Double checking your emails, making sure you know all the facts, making sure you're able to relay the correct information at the right time to the right
Right.
customer.
Right.
Really, it's the biggest factor involved with growing as a salesperson, I would
Okay.
say, is just knowing all those niche little things and mastering your craft, which is pretty easy to do in terms of all
Right.
just the little things, you know,
Yeah.
just checking boxes, and then you'll get there.
Well, that's great advice.
Yeah.
You know, always do what's right when nobody's watching.
Yep.
So, great advice. Well, I appreciate that.
Of course.
Jack, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in and sharing your life with all of us.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
it was fun to get to know you a little bit more.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do, too, for the store.
We appreciate all you guys do,
Well,
and
thank
the
you.
opportunity to work for a great family and a great company.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what's going to happen in your future.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.